The Volkswagen Polo has consistently been one of the best little cars on the planet, offering a tasty entree into Volkswagen's lineup. And this, the latest 6th generation, promises to be a little bit more gourmet, offering more space, more style, and even more technology. The new Polo has arrived in Australian showrooms this month with a 3-tier model range. Owing to the semi-premium nature of the Volkswagen brand, it isn't the cheapest entry into the segment, but prices have remained stable, with the basic trendline model starting at $17,990 drive away, with a 5-speed manual transmission. A 7-speed dual-clutch automatic will add another $2,500 to the price. Then there's the Comfort line that costs $20,490 drive away with a 6-speed manual, or another $2,500 for the automatic as well. And then there's this one. For a short period of time, this launch edition model will be available for an extra $1,000 that comes with a few more goodies, such as 16-inch alloy wheels, dark tinted windows, front fog lights, and a wireless charging pad here in the interior. And I'd have to say, even its fundamental cabin is pretty damn good. The Polo is bigger than it's ever been, and all of that translates into usable space inside here. It's riding on a longer wheelbase, it's wider, and it's longer overall, so there's plenty of headroom in this car and plenty of front seat space. And in the back, it's reasonably generous for a small family. In fact, it's got just as much space as some cars that sit another segment above it. As for the layout, well, it's really clean and quite modern. Pretty simple in terms of there's analog dials in front of me, but there is a very comprehensive 8-inch colour touchscreen here in the dash. And that comes with Apple CarPlay in every model, so you essentially get sat-nav and all the functionality that you need from your smartphone. All 3 Polo variants are powered by a 1-litre turbocharged 3-cylinder petrol engine. In the trendline, it produces 70 kilowatts of power and 175 newton meters of torque, and consumes a claimed average of 4.8 litres per 100 k's with a manual gearbox, making it one of the most efficient small cars in its class. And in the Comfort line and the special launch edition model, that 1-litre 3-cylinder is amped up a little. It produces 85 kilowatts and 200 newton meters of torque. It's got that chubby 3-cylinder thrum to it, with plenty of low-down pulling power that makes it both effortless to drive and relatively fuel efficient. Paired with a 7-speed DSG, it's easy and effortless in any environment. It does tend to go for the highest gear pretty damn quickly, which does bring some noise and vibration. It tends to feel like you're labouring along in such a high gear, but that is intended to obviously save fuel. However, flick it into manual mode and you can use it as the best required and really keep the engine in its sweet spot. As for how the rest of the package drives, well, this really does feel like a class above a normal city car. There's nothing cheap and cheerful about it. The steering is well weighted. The suspension, well, it is a little bit firm for Australian roads. It's still got a very European flavour, and on patchy rural roads which we've been driving out here in the Adelaide Hills, it does feel a little busy. But it's still relatively comfortable and hugely sophisticated in the way that it drives. There's really sure-footed handling, and it certainly doesn't feel overawed when you tip it into a corner. Drive it normally, and this is a very comfortable, classy little car. Importantly, for those looking at the Polo as a first car, either for them or their children, it has top safety credentials, with 6 airbags, a reverse camera, and low and high-speed automated emergency braking. For an additional $1,400, an optional driver assistance package brings even more, with adaptive cruise control, blind spot monitoring, and semi-automated parking. Most city cars are generally pretty cheap and cheerful, a little like a late night lamb sandwich, but this 6th generation Polo is definitely not one of those. While it isn't the most affordable of its type, it is the most gourmet.